Hello, everyone. My name is Luke Daniel, and today I'm going to be talking about an article titled Investigation of the Effects of Sensation Seeking and Impulsivity on Extreme Sports Participation and Injury Using Path Analysis. This article was written by Megha G. Waishar, Shane D. Kentop, Gemma T. Wallace, and Bradley T. Connor. This study focuses on understanding why people participate in extreme sports, and more importantly, how extreme personality traits may lead to riskier behavior and injuries. To start, the researchers were interested in two major personality traits: sensation seeking, which is the desire for excitement and new experiences, and impulsivity, which is the tendency to act without thinking. The researchers wanted to learn how these traits relate to participating in extreme sports, taking risky actions during those sports, and the likelihood of getting injured during these sports. Their main purpose was to see whether these personality traits can help explain why some athletes are more likely to get hurt more than others. All right, we will look at the participants. Participants were 7,109 college students from Colorado State University. Their mean age was 16.68 years, so about 20. A majority of these people were identified as white and male. Students completed these surveys between 2010 and 2016 for course credit. To study this, the researchers surveyed all these students. The students were people involved in activities like rock climbing, snowboarding, skateboarding, motorsports, and other high-risk activities. Each participant completed several validated questionnaires that asked their level of sensation seeking, their impulsivity, and how often they engage in risky behaviors during their sport, how frequently they participate in extreme sports, and any injuries they had experienced during these extreme sports. After collecting all of this information, the researchers used a statistical technique called path analysis. This method shows how one variable leads to another. For example, does sensation seeking lead to more participation? Does impulsivity lead to more riskier decisions? And do these risky decisions lead to more injuries? Now we will look at the results. The results showed several clear patterns. The first pattern is people who scored high on sensation seeking were much more likely to participate in extreme sports. This makes sense. Extreme sports provide excitement, novelty, and adrenaline, which sensation seekers crave. The second one is people with higher impulsivity weren't just participating. They were taking riskier actions like pushing limits, ignoring safety rules, or acting quickly without preparation. Third one is risky behavior was strongly linked to injury. This is probably one of the most important ones because the more risk someone took, the more likely they were to get hurt. When researchers put all this together, they found a pathway. Sensation seeking leads to participation. Impulsivity leads to risk-taking, and risk-taking leads to injuries. So the injuries weren't just about doing the sport. They were connected to personality traits that shape how people behave during the activity. Now, I will be looking at the strengths and weaknesses of this article. The article was recently published in 2020. All four of the authors are professional researchers. The weaknesses. Information could be biased since it was only taken from students attending Colorado State University. Another weakness is the students could have lied on their forms about injuries, sports that they participated in, which could affect the data from the research. In conclusion, the study suggests that personality traits play a powerful role in both who chooses extreme sports and who ends up injured while participating. Thank you for your time and for listening about this article.
Yay!